Hello and welcome to Paul's Racing Channel from the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by upshiftstore.co.uk. So we're back and we're here for the start of season 15 of the BTCC Replica Championship. So a bit of a mix up in the commentator's office this time round though. We as you've gathered in the past, I've covered the League 3 seasons. I've actually had a bit of a swap around. I'm actually going to be doing League 2 this time around. The other commentators will be having a bit of a mix around as well. So check those guys out on their channels as well. So this is the start, round 1 from Brands Hatch on the Grand Prix circuit. So going right out on the full circuit here. So let's take you to the grid then and see how they line up. So be familiar with some of the names, I'm sure, from videos past, but maybe others, maybe not. So anyway, pole position, we've got Sideways George, we've got Molson in 2nd, Dan Bailey 3rd, Tim Silver in 4th, Fexman in 5th, Prime Machine 6th, Jim Bob 7th, Lee Whip in 8th, Hodgie in 9th, Firepower in 10th, Stealth in 11th, Seamus in 12th, C Broad in 13th, and Potsy in 14th. So the guys have chosen their cars, chosen their teams. A lot of them are going with the super softs, a couple there with the mediums, getting them out way here in the first race. 3 15-minute races, it's all exactly the same as usual. So that's that. So let's get to the action then, see how this one goes. So I've got a nice high camera view here from the grid. We can't see the lights, but they will be on. And we will be away, and away they go. Great start from Molson. That's a splendid start by him. Great off the line. Who's going to get to the turn 1 here? Panakill bend. It was Sideways George, so he just holds it there in the Audi. So they head up now to Druids. Some beautiful cars out here. Look at these liveries, are wonderful. That looks great, that Audi. Molson though, putting pressure under. We're on to Sideways. Molson, of course, you would recognise from the Friday night championships. So really putting the pressure on the back of Sideways now. So head down the back straight. This right-hander. So these two just putting a little gap away from Dan Bailey, who's in 3rd. That's Molson's teammate, Team Pertec. Look good as well. So Dan, and Sideways has gone off, and he has. Big off from Sideways, and did he get his, I think he must have put his tyres on the grass, spun him round. I think there was a nudge by Molson, so he's right at the bay back there. Sideways, unfortunate for him. So that means Molson taking up the lead then at the top. So it's Pertec 1 and 2, Molson first, Dan Bailey at the back of Molson now. So I think that little incident, Molson got maybe just tagged Sideways or got involved with it a little bit, slowed him down. So his teammates on the back of him now. Then we've got Vexman in the other Audi in 3rd. Team Silver in the Merc in 4th. These are the GT3 cars. So step up from the League 3 boys, obviously. The machinery gets stepped up as well. And then we've got Prime in 5th. And the Aston Martin. Starting to gather up a little bit at the front now. So let's just go back and show the field here. So Prime in 5th. Hodgie 6th, that's the two teammates together. Then we've got Jim Bob in the Viper in 7th, Lee Whip in the Beetle in 8th, Firepower in 9th, Stealth in 10th, C Broad in 11th, Seamus in 12th, we've got Potsy in 13th, and we know Sideways is at back after he's off in 14th. But let's go back and see what's happening at the top, because it was all pretty close and there's still the two teammates. Dan's attacking Molson, turn 1, didn't make it. They're going to be taking each other out. Not best practice for teammates. And Molson then, looking comfortable. They both are actually in those McLarens. Should be over in no time at all, this race. Say 15 minutes in GT3 cars. Not going to be lots of laps, is it? Oh, Vexman, did he go a bit wide there? No, maybe just the camera angle. Like he was just going a little bit wide, but he's doing his best to keep with the McLarens, isn't he? And he kind of is. Certainly still in the game, in third. Team Silver is keeping with him as well, in fourth place. So these four are just pulling a small gap on Jim Bob. So it's going to be, I think, between these four, who finishes where on that podium. And Jim Bob there, coming over in fifth. It's a bit of an handful, that car, that's for sure. So you'll know Jim Bob from all runs wide, just as I say that. And he's going to lose a place to Lee and possibly the Firepower as well. Well, there's Lee, gets through, Firepower sixth. Well, he loses quite a few spots actually. So Firepower sixth, Stealth in seventh. And then Seabroad, Hodgie, Sideways got himself up to 10th. And we've got Seamus and Prime Machine in 11th and 12th. And then Jim Bob basically had to let the whole field go past him up at Druids there, all the way back at the back there in 13th. I think we've lost someone though, haven't we? We did start with 14, I'm sure we did. Unless I got that wrong, but looks like we've lost someone. But anyway, back at the front. Molson's not losing anything, is he? He's looking pretty good and pretty steady out there at the moment. Hasn't put a foot wrong yet. No more than we'd expect really from Molson. It's unfortunate, I know he's not going to want me to bring this up, but he was relegated down from League 1 to League 2, which isn't no big problem because there's a great field of drivers here as well in League 2. But I think he's certainly going to be holding his own here in this championship, taking nothing away from any of the other boys. So he's got a few new faces, few new drivers to mix it up with this championship. So Dan being hassled by Vex, flashing his lights, Vex. Get out of the way, Vex is saying, but Dan's not going to, of course. Just trying to distract him a little bit. Nothing in the rules to say you can't do that. Dan won't be fazed by that. I wouldn't have thought anyway. And then Team Silver, who's certainly sticking with them in the Merc. They're in fourth place. Another great livery that. But he's going to be between these four. Lee Whip really doing his best to try and get on the back of him in that Beetle. That's a quick car to Beetle. Once it gets going. Bit of a slow starter. Oh, and drifts it round at Paddock Hill Bend. Well controlled though. That's probably not the fastest way round there though, but he's having fun for sure. So the Beetle then in fifth place of Lee. And we've got Firepower. Doing well there in sixth place. Team Silver's teammate. And then Stealth. In seventh place. Trying to do what he can to get onto the back of Firepower, but be interesting to see how the Vipers get on, because they're not the best or easiest car to run with, but you know, they're quick. So it'll be very interesting to see how they go in there. Oh, felt like Firepower, was that a bit? No, I thought he went a bit wide there, but he didn't. So then behind Stealth, we've got Hodgie in the Aston Martin. And there's been a slight change up top. I'm just going to go there now because I think Team Silver has got through on Vexman. He has, so was that an error by Vexman. So Team Silver wasn't particularly close to Vex, he wasn't far off, but and there's a little battle at the top with the teammates that's still going on. Dan attacking Molson. But yeah, I just think maybe it was an error by Vex or a little mistake somewhere. Let Team Silver through. If I'm wrong, Team Silver, then please message me. I did miss it, so could have been a very clean pass for all I know, but I'm going to take it that Vex made a mistake, and Vex has got it back actually, and now and now what's happened? Lee's there. Team Silver dropped down to 5th, so he's obviously made a mistake, and he has because his teammate's catching him now. So did he make a little mistake? He must have lost 2 places, or give Vex his place back, and then lost it 4th to Lee, and Firepower's gone wide, and he's gone out there just as he was pushing to try and get onto the back of his teammate. Firepower makes a little mistake. It's going to give Stealth a little bit of an incentive to get onto the back of him. And again, smoke from Firepower and dust and dirt, and again makes a bit of a mistake, so loses that place to Stealth. Stealth up to 6th, Firepower to 7th, so a bit of a messy lap for Firepower this one. In fact, a bit of a messy lap altogether for the Mercs, weren't it? Team Silver made a mistake, now Firepower. So, not the best laps from the Mercs there, was it? Oh, and Stealth taking a bit of dirt as well there. And still runs a bit wide, but still in 6th. Still 2 teammates up top, Molson and Dan. Hodgie in 8th place. Been a quiet race for Hodgie so far. He's kind of on his own there a little bit. Can't really get onto the back, although if Firepower makes any more mistakes, he'll be on the back of him, Hodgie, and there is some dust in front of him, so has Firepower ran wide again? I think he has, So, Firepower struggling at the moment to handle the Merc. So Hodgie will be seeing that, of course. Then we've got Seabroad in the Porsche. One of the ones that came up to League 2 actually. You'll know all about Seabroad from League 3 seasons. Done well to get himself up into League 2 here. Mixing it with these boys now. And then his teammate behind him, Seamus. So 9th and 10th for the Porsches. Oh, slides it around there to Seamus. Prime in 11th. That's Hodges' teammate. And then Jim Bob still in 12th. And then Sideways hasn't really recovered from that error early in the race. Just can't get his momentum back now, can he? So 13th for him. That's your field. Still don't know. I still can't remember who we've lost, if we've lost anybody, because I'm sure we had 14 cars, but I'm not going to try and think about it now, if I'm honest. And Molson then, back up top here. It's pulled away from Dan. So with 12 minutes gone, a few minutes left now of this race. Looking good for Molson for victory. Dan still in 2nd, but under pressure now from Vex. He's got his mojo back a little bit after making a small error, losing that spot. He's got that back, and he's back on the back of Dan now. So it looks like whatever happens, this is going to be your 3 podium finishes. It's just what positions they're going to be in, because they've got a big gap back now to Team Silver. Or actually it's Lee who's just passed Team Silver. Up the inside goes Lee in the Beetle, but Team Silver's going to have the inside line up here to Druids. Gets that back, does Lee. Oh, let's get the right camera, sorry. So to side by side, Lee and Team Silver. Oh, That's good driving that. Team Silver on the outside though. Oh, and a bit of a squiggle from Lee. That's going to give Team Silver that place back again, or is it? It hasn't. I said that Beetle was quick and he's got it back as Lee, so great little battle, but runs wide now, Lee. Stealth's watching this and he's loving it. Because he's looking and thinking, I'll have that 4th place, thanks. But Team Silver still manages to come out on top of that little battle. Lee drops back down to 5th. But it's going to rage on, isn't it, with these two? Team Silver, of course, another one that came up, or you'll be familiar with, certainly, from League 3. So he's doing well here in 4th at the moment. Stealth, watching Brief behind them, but he's running out of laps. We're on to, 14 minutes now. So, probably the last lap for these boys. That could be the last lap for everybody as we head into it now. So I'm going to go back to the leaders anyway as we approach the end. So Molson really, who's led it from the start, hasn't he? Been out front, hasn't really looked back, hasn't made any mistakes, been pretty comfortable. A little bit of pressure early doors from his teammate Dan, but he's overcome that now. Just crack on, get to the end of this race. Only a few more corners left, and he'll take victory here in race 1. Dan's got away from Vexman in 2nd place, Dan, so looks like he's going to be Team Pertec 1 and 2. Which has been pretty much all the race. Vex is going to get a good 3rd place, barring any disasters. Oh, he picks up a penalty, does Vex, but he's got a big enough gap behind him, so it's not going to matter really. So congratulations then to Molson, race winner for race 1, Flash of the Lights. Good race that, Dan, good 2nd place. Vex, 3rd place for him, well done. And we just watch the rest now as Team Silver going to get a great 4th place after a great battle with Lee at the end now. Lee in 5th, Stealth in 6th, good 6th place for Stealth. Odgie Dent going to bring it home in 7th. Been a quiet race for Odgie, but no dramas for him. 7th it is. Seabroad, 8th, well done. Seamus in 9th. 2 Porsche teammates. Firepower dropped back down to 10th, so unfortunate for him. Jim Bob's finished in 12th, Crime Machine in 11th. And Sideways we know in 13th. So there's your race 1, guys. So catch me again soon for races 2 and 3, and I'll see you then.